Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's take a look at Cartesi. I think the name is taken from Cartesian. Anyways, the ticker is CTSI. I wanted to cover this token yesterday, but for some reason I couldn't. So we are looking at it now. So basically, token had a massive price surge. As you can see, it went from like uh, 6.3 cent to as high as like 12.13, which I would say the massive price surge. I will mostly talk about the tokens price section, but that will be at the end. But before that, we do need to look at some of the potential news why the token may be going up, and we'll also look at CTSI's tokenomics as well as its utility. Now let's start with Cartesi itself. It enables developer to build app chain rollups with any code while benefiting from the security of Ethereum. It bridges gap between traditional software and blockchain by bringing decades of mature operating systems, programming languages, libraries, and tools to decentralized applications. So basically, they are aiming to provide technological foundation from which builders and others can develop decentralized applications. So now I'm not going in depth on what it does because this video is mostly about the tokens, mostly about CTSI's token. Now they also have their own explorer, as you can see here, where they show stake tokens and other things. So basically the token has a max supply of like 1 billion, out of which 877 million is in the circulation, and like around 257 million CTSI tokens are basically staked. So that is like, I would say, 25% of its supply at this state. So that is a lot, and users to get rewards from staking. So I think that is the why that is the mostly the reason why they have a lot of staked tokens. Now if we talk about its market cap, it has like 95 million market cap, and at its peak, or when it actually its all-time high was, I think, like around 1.75 dollar back in November of 2025. But after that, the token is in the downtrend. Now if we talk about its market cap, it actually ended up hitting, I think, closely around 700 million at its peak, and after that the token has been struggling. So even back in December, it actually ended up hitting like around 200 million. So as of now, if we look at its potential back in December, there is a chance that CTSI could become 2x from here as well. So that is something you should keep in mind. So why the token would go? So there is no news. I tried everything I could to find what may be the reason, but I could not. So I checked their Twitter, I even checked their blogs. There was nothing. I also checked their community snapshot, whether there was something or not. I could not find anything there as well. So it is unclear why the token is going up. I did try to look at every news possible, but I couldn't find anything that could have pushed the token higher. Now I think there is a potential reason on the chart. That could be the reason, but we'll talk about it in just a second. Now if we talk about the governance, this is how it looks like, the governance form. And if you just look at how it looks like, there is nothing going on. We don't have anything that could have pushed the token higher, so I don't think that this is due to the governance. Now if we talk about the token itself, CTSI is a governance token. You can stake it and you can participate in the governance. It enables you can do the staking, enable participations, transparent decision making. So they do make transparent decisions. Besides that, the token is not used for anything else, I think. You can also participate in validators market. That's what I believe that they have going on as well, as you can see here. And this is how it operates as well between DFs. Now as I talked about, it is a max supply 1 billion, out of which like 877 is in the circulation. Now let's come to the main topic, which would be its price. So I have already done my analysis on this. I will just show you. So this is how it looks like. I'll try to explain what I have done here. So this red line that you see, which is the biggest trend that it has been ever since 2021, it did try to break this trend back in 2024, but it couldn't, and as you can see here, it has been in the downtrend ever since 2021. And as of now, even if it continues to go up, the best possible, or the you can say the max it may actually go as of now would be around 20 cent, and because that is where it will most likely reject from. Now if you talk about at least its recent you can say its recent price, this is another trend. We have a trend line from December 2024, and it broke above this trend line. As you can see, this was a perfect retest, and it was also holding this up on this, you can say, uptrend quite well. So like on this trend from April of 2025, it was holding it really well, and I think this was a perfect setup, and because of that the token actually ended up breaking out, and there were a lot of traders that actually ended up pushing the token higher, you can see, and this was a perfect breakout from here, and again the token actually ended up going higher. So now, as of now, it has rejected around this level, like around 12 to 11. So if let's say that if it continues to go up, we could see a potential price surge as high as like 20 cent, or even I think 19 is a possibility. So that is what I'm looking at, because this is, I think this trend is just too strong. If you look here back from November of 2021, but if it breaks above from that trend line, or if it breaks above from this trend, we could be looking at a massive price surge as high as 43 cent or even higher than that. That is possible only if it breaks above from this red trend line. Now if we talk about why the token may be going up, I think the token just went up because the traders decided to do so. Even if you look at the volume, it's really up there on the Binance. So I think this is just the traders are most likely pumping the token, unless there is some kind of news that has yet to come out. But again, as of now, I'm looking at a retest as low as 8.7 or 8.2 cent, and after that we may see another leg up. And again, if it does go up after hitting this level that I'm looking at, we could see again a surge as high as like 11 cent or even like slightly higher. But again, if it does breaks above from like 12 cent, I think we can go as high as like 20. That is a possibility. And even back in December, it actually ended up peaking around 200 million market cap, so I wouldn't be surprised if it goes as high as 200 million market cap as of now. Again, for the entry, if you are willing to trade this token, I would be looking at like 8.5 cent and most likely around 7.5 cent. That is, I would say, the best entries. The riskiest would be around 9.2 cent is a possibility, and I think it should make retest around these entries point if it wants to go up. And if it does just goes up, if it breaks above like 12 cent or 13 cent, we could be looking at a surge as high as like 19 or even 20 cent. I think is a possibility, and that is also possible because even if you look at back when it did the exact same thing, it actually ended up picking around 200 million market cap. So I wouldn't be surprised if it goes as high as like 20 cent. But if it breaks above from this trend line, I think the token may actually go parabolic, like going as high as 25 or even 48 is possibility if it breaks from this trend line, which is the red one. Let's see what happens. Anyways, this was it. Thanks for watching. I will be back more. Thank you.